Hello everybody, Super Duper Boy here, and today I am doing an analysis and breakdown of the final trailer for Godzilla King of the Monsters. This is the last one, I believe. It says final trailer for a reason. So we start off the trailer with an extended shot of the Spider Titan, the new Spider Titan coming out of the ground. You definitely get a good look at it, the stuff falling over. This is a very cool looking shot. I think this is in Saudi Arabia. I think that's where it was. But yeah, this kaiju does look really big and cool. It is just another spider monster, but still. So now they're talking about the Titans, and they're going to say their names. But actually, here, you get another look at the Mountain Titan, and this is a really good look at it. It's kind of like the same as the one we saw in the TV spot, but I think it looks a little better. It looks a little better here. It's in Munich, Germany, it says. So you can kind of see plating on its neck and stuff. I think this is Rockmutul, which is the monster that was gonna be Godzilla 2014, but they took out. It really does look like it. The eye looks so cool, a white dead eye. We get this iconic shot of Rodan on the volcano, and you can tell there's definitely improved CGI, and I think this is a slightly extended shot. So I realized something. I think the Argo, the Super X, that plane over there, it's actually going towards Rodan, which is really interesting. It's gonna turn or go over Rodan, or is it trying to fight Rodan? I don't think so, because that's kind of a stupid move. But you can actually see it moving towards Rodan, which is crazy. So now Barnes says that's messed up. Now we get this nice little shot of Mothra larva just breathing on Madison and Emma Russell, and they're very surprised, but I like this scene. And we get more improved CGI. This movie has a lot of CGI, and it's looking really good because they keep improving it. Here they say all of their names. Now we have this shot we've seen before of Mothra flapping her wings over Mark Russell in the middle of the ocean. I'm not really sure where this is in the movie. It's probably around the halfway point, my guess. And it looks a little different than the shots we've seen before, though. Super bright. I think she's emitting God rays and clearing up Ghidorah storms. It looks a really nice shot. And when they say Rodan's name, you can see Rodan's face coming out of the volcano. This is probably before he flaps his wings open, but as you can see, he's just his head popping out, his claws coming out. And they actually show a lot of Rodan in this trailer. They show a lot of all the monsters. One thing I really like about this trailer is it kind of has scenes from every single past trailer, including a few from even the IMAX footage. So this is definitely the ultimate trailer, and they fit a lot into these 2 minutes and 14 seconds. So there's an epic shot of Ghidorah roaring in Antarctica. I think this is when he's facing off Godzilla. Maybe he sees Godzilla and he's roaring at him. Lightning in the back. Of course, you can see it for yourself. And some shots we've already have seen come by. Of course, more improved CGI. And yeah, this is what I mean about the whole thing where they show shots from all previous trailers. Now, one thing I like to point out, I'm not sure if it looks like this in trailer 1, but you can kind of see there's lights in the window. So there might be people who are still here, which is pretty unfortunate because maybe they weren't actually able to evacuate the whole city, and it was unexpected. So that was going to be really interesting because most of San Francisco in 2014 was evacuated, but you can see there's probably gonna be people still there. So now we get to hear this shot is still so awesome of Ghidorah roaring, and it's a little bit extended in this trailer. So I'm gonna play the roar. You can actually hear it pretty well. So yeah, there it was. I think that's gonna be Ghidorah's roar, where after he beats Rodan, he's gonna roar and wake up all the other Titans, and they're gonna work for him. This shot is definitely gonna be very cool to see in the movie. And it's definitely extended here. Now they're talking about we have to stop this Ghidorah, of course. And they show Godzilla. So Godzilla doesn't show up until about 52 seconds in, which they have this awesome build up to Godzilla. And I like how they give a lot of attention to the other monsters in this trailer at the beginning. But now they finally reveal Godzilla coming out of this awesome whirlpool, which is so cool. And they're looking up at him. This is still an amazing shot after all these trailers of seeing it. to say, "Oh my Godzilla," and he breathed his atomic breath into the air. Over here, we get more of the Rodan volcano explosion. You can't actually see Rodan yet, so I think this is after like the first explosion, and then there's a bunch of smoke. This is so cool, and it looks like people are getting evacuated off the island. There's a bunch of boats. You can see it's packed with people, so they're definitely getting evacuated. And now you can see Rodan's actually walking in this one clip. I think he's walking over the city in Mexico. I forgot what it's called, but he's like walking and stuff. And now he's flying down, and I think it looks like this is where he might jump off his volcano. He just jumps off because he's pretty high. He's chasing the Super Axe, which might have just like flown past him. This looks very cool, like the entire trailer. But let's move on. And yeah, we get like a whole like 20-second thing of Rodan. But yeah, you get to see a lot of that, and they're like, hang on. And this looks like a pretty scary scene. I would not want to be in this situation. It's definitely going to be very, very intense. But yeah, I can't wait to see it in the movie. You see Barnes right there. Apparently he's in this scene. He's at Rodan's Island, and he's also at the Ghidorah place. So he's going around doing a lot. I don't think he's at Mothra's Escape though. Here we get to see Serizawa walking into Godzilla's temple up the steps, and quickly it's a little hard to see, but pretty quickly you can see he's setting up a nuclear bomb. So this basically confirms. I think this is a nuke. It looks a little small, but I don't know. It's probably a nuclear bomb or some sort of really radiation-packed explosion for Godzilla to be reawakened. So I think this confirms, maybe not confirms, but the theory that he gets revived and Serizawa dies seems pretty possible. Pretty sad. He's setting up the bomb and he's gonna blow up. Now we have more shots we've already seen, and Mark Russell says this time we'll join him, which is really awesome because in Godzilla 2014, they'll say Serizawa says let them fight, but now Mark Russell's like we will join him, which is awesome. They're making it bigger and better because this time humanity is joining, and you can see a big bombs hitting poor Ghidorah, probably saving Madison Russell because I think she's like nearly dies, but then they come and save her, stop Ghidorah, all of that stuff. Because Ghidorah, I heard Ghidorah is actually going to be hunting her down in this movie, maybe to get the Orca, because the Orca is like making it so all the other Titans don't obey a Ghidorah, and he gets mad about that. Anyways, let's move on because I'm not going to be here forever. Now we still have a lot more. I thought we saw all of Ghidorah's escape in the IMAX footage, but nope, there's still more of it. I don't know why. She's crazy. She's absolutely crazy releasing Ghidorah, let's be honest. And this seems like right after she says run, and then she clicks the button. So it's an extension of that shot, and it's cracking. And you can see they're still here. I think this is Emma Russell holding it, and everybody's like, what are you doing? And maybe this is, I'm not sure who this is. So here's a shot that goes by really quickly, like a lot of other stuff. So I didn't actually notice it on my first watch, but rewatching it, I noticed this shot, and this is Ghidorah flying up with Godzilla. I think this is when he's gonna drop him. But it looks a little like it's not nighttime, so another possibility is that like when they're fighting in the water, he tries that move but fails, but then he does it again later and it succeeds. But yeah, he can definitely carry Godzilla. Godzilla looks tiny next to the door, which is crazy. What is this here? They're just like swatting at each other. This looks so cool. This fight looks amazing. I'd like to point out that Godzilla's arms and hands look pretty big, so there goes Kong's only advantage against Godzilla. Well, I guess there's a few more, but Godzilla is really powerful, and Kong's probably gonna have a bad time. It's actually not too dark, so it looks pretty bright, which is good. So I think the shot might have actually been the final battle. Yeah, he bites Godzilla, looks pretty painful, and slams him into the ground, and then he picks him up and flies up. That's my theory. That's what I think is going to happen here. You have Ghidorah shooting his lightning out of his wings, which is going to be in the main trailers. This is a really cool new ability. I do wish they saved it for the movie, though. you can see that it hits Godzilla, who's very, very small next to Ghidorah. And he's like, what is this? I think they're still gonna save the extra Titans for the movie, but I'm pretty sure they already revealed the Spider Titan in like a new TV spot. I have not seen it; it has not been shown online, but I've seen the picture of the Spider Titan, which comes out of the ground. And here we see Godzilla falling. This is Godzilla, and it would make sense. He dies, then Mothra sacrifices herself. A lot of sacrifices for Godzilla. Then Godzilla comes back as burning Godzilla. And here we see the explosion of it, but this is actually, I'm pretty sure this is the nuclear explosion under the water. This is going to be a sad scene, because it looks more like, it looks underwater, and it looks like this is Godzilla's temple. So this is the nuclear explosion. So they're not, these scenes aren't actually connected. The scene of Godzilla falling in this explosion, which is a huge explosion. That's a big bomb. So this is Sarazawa. I think he's done for. Now we have fighter jets, just normal fighter jets shooting at Rodan. It ain't gonna do nothing. They should know that already. You can see the Argo jet in the background though, so I think maybe they're trying to protect the ship or something by like turning around and shooting missiles at Rodan. Maybe this is the same guy, the guy in the jet. Maybe that's the same guy who's gonna get eaten by Rodan in the other trailers and TV spots. Possible. And here we go. I think we see like we get to see a little bit of like the receiving end of his barrel, because Ghidorah just I keep getting the names mixed up. Rodan just flips his wing into the plane and destroys it. Okay, one king to rule them all, and you have Godzilla roaring with the moon in the background in Antarctica because you can see snow. And maybe that shot we saw before of Ghidorah roaring in Antarctica that I mentioned and this shot are connected, where they're just roaring at each other when they're facing off. He seems like he's on the ground though, so maybe he just got knocked down. I really like how the moon's in the background. I feel like that adds a lot to it. The bright moon, and he roars to rule them all. We see Ghidorah versus Rodan, and I think they changed it a little bit. This looks a little different than it did in the TV spot. I like this version more. It looks different though. If I'm probably gonna compare the two in editing, but so you'll see. But yeah, they look different. I think a little bit. Ghidorah is definitely a lot bigger. He has much bigger feet, but I think Ghidorah should be still way bigger than this, because when he was facing off Godzilla, he was much larger, and he should be way bigger than Rodan. But it still looks cool. I'm hyped for this fight. Ghidorah's probably gonna win. And we get to see Mothra's face here. It looks really good. Mothra looks amazing in this movie, and her wings do look a little burned up, so she's probably maybe fighting Rodan. It's really nice to see some new Mothra shots. I'm super excited for her in this movie. Anyways, Mothra gets blasted, and then we see Ghidorah shooting some bases, but it also looks like this is blue breath. So is this coming from Godzilla? And there's also, it's a little hard to tell, but is Godzilla actually shooting this? I'm not sure. It could be either one though. But it's blue, so that makes me think it might be Godzilla. Maybe what happened was that Ghidorah pushed Godzilla away, and Godzilla accidentally shot the base. So we have soldiers shooting up at Ghidorah. They ain't gonna win. And an extended shot of their fight underwater, where Godzilla tries to drag Ghidorah underwater. So that concept art we got a long time ago. I think that might be true. There might actually be 3 fights in the movie. Their first fight in Antarctica, an underwater fight in the final battle. Here we have Mothra flying through the skies, and then you see Rodan coming up, and she's diving on Rodan, and this is where they fight. So even in trailer 2, you could have kind of seen Rodan in some fire. You could even see that in trailer 2. So these shots are the same. It seems like he loops around and then tries to attack Mothra. So they're both in this scene, finally getting sneak peeks of their fight. Now Godzilla looks like he's exhausted. He's on the ground. He's like this stupid Ghidorah, and Madison Russell screams. Now here we kind of saw this in one of the TV spots, but Godzilla is shooting his atomic breath, and it's really powerful. Like, he's pushing Ghidorah back here. Godzilla looks a little small. The position he's in, I do not like the position it is in, because it makes him look small. But whatever, it's still cool. It looks like Ghidorah has arms, but he doesn't. His wings look a little like arms. But Ghidorah's having a hard time. So Godzilla definitely puts up. So some more shots we've seen, and I think that's pretty much it. That's all of the new stuff. So yeah, we really just got a lot of extensions of scenes we've seen before. And this has the Over the Rainbow music, and I think the music is really good in the trailer, like all the trailers. We have Ghidorah's roar, you have Rodan stuff, all of this stuff, and of course Sarazal's sacrifice, which I am 99% sure he's going to die in this movie. Hopefully they give him a lot of screen time. But this video is already 15 minutes, and I have nothing more to say. So, thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all next time. Peace out.